Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorials in Hand. In this video tutorial we are going to see how to write a C program to find the body mass index. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first of all, this is the formula of finding the body mass index, which is equals to weight divided by height squared. So one thing that we should notice is that the weight should be in kilograms and the height should be in meters. So here from this particular formula we can make out that we will require two input from the user, which is the weight and height. So if we write the stepwise approach, then what's the step one? So step one is to take input of weight and height, right? Now once we get the input of weight and height, then we can directly calculate what exactly is the body mass index, right? So step two is nothing but to calculate the body mass index. Now once we have got the body mass index, then this is what we were looking out for. So finally we will print it, right? So this is a stepwise approach that we have to follow, and over here this is the formula that we need to use in order to get the body mass index. So let's start writing the program. So in any C program, the very first thing that we have to do is to include any header files which might be required. So in this program there are two functions, which is printf and scanf, so we will be using that. And if we want to use printf and scanf in C language, then we have to include a header file which is called stdio.h. So let's quickly include it. Now once we have included this header file, now let's start our main method. Now as you can see that our step one is to take input of weight and height. So first of all, let's declare two variable, one for weight and one for height. And we can clearly or directly we can declare it in floating type, because that can have decimal points as well. So let's declare a variable called weight and another variable called height. Now what we have to do, now we have to ask the user to enter those two things, right? So let's tell the user to enter them. Now let's suppose the user has entered weight and height. Okay, so take for example that user has entered weight as 100 and height as 10. Okay, then we as a programmer have to make sure that that 100 gets stored in this weight variable and that 10 gets stored in this height variable. So in order to do this, we have a function called scanf. So how we will do it is simply we'll write scanf and then we'll provide modulus. What is the data type of the first variable, which is weight? So it's floating type, so we'll write float. Had the data type been of integer, then we would have written d. Okay, so since we are also taking another input, that is we are taking two numbers as input, so we'll also provide modulus f again, right? Now we have to decide where exactly we have to store this first number. This first number would be what? Would be our weight. So we have to store it in weight variable. So let's store it in weight variable, and the second input would be our height. So let's store it in height variable. So as far as this 16 line is concerned, so the moment when our program will reach line number 16, then we would have got the weight and height. Now we are done with the step one. Now let's calculate the BMI, and in order to do that, let's declare another variable called BMI, which will again have floating type, and let's write down the formula that was there, which is weight as provided by the user divided by height squared. So let's write height into height for simplicity. So this is exactly what we wanted, right? So let's print it up. Let's return 0. Now let's run this program to see everything working. And here you can see that it's asking me to enter the weight and height. Let the weight be 100 and let the height be 10. And boom, here you can see that BMI is equals to 1.000, right? Now let's try out with another input. Let the weight be some thousand and let the height be some 100. And again here you can see that BMI is 0.10 something. So this is how we can write a program in C language to find the body mass index, wherein the weight and height would be provided by the user. I hope you enjoyed the video, but still if you have any doubt, then please drop it down in the comment section. We will surely try to cover it up as soon as possible. So this was all about the video. Thank you.